Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear students of class 6, I hope all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm also fine. Thank you very much. This is Khalilur Rahman, an assistant teacher of mathematics, Ideal School and College, Bonusri English version, day shift. My dear students of class 6, today I am going to discuss an important topics in your lesson, that is ratio and percentage. Okay, so let's start to discuss about ratio and percentage. Okay, my dear students, I think if you have any problem, just you will ask me. Okay, let's go to enjoy. Today I am going to discuss chapter 2, ratio and percentage. I think you have book available with you. First I have to show some important lines that you have to underline. Okay, then I will solve mathematics one by one. Is it clear? So take your book and underline, first open page 45, chapter 2, page 45. Everybody open. Okay, first come, the name of the chapter is ratios and percentage. Am I right? So you have to know what is ratio. Okay, if you have book, just open page number 47. You will get it available. What is ratio? In page 47, in last part, you see there is a box of two quantities. I am reading with bold writing. If two quantities of the same kind, one is how many times or parts compared to the other can be expressed by fraction. This fraction is called ratio of two quantities. Okay, since the two quantities are of the same kind, the ratio has no unit. So you have to mark it at first. If anybody asks you what is ratio, you have to tell this definition. Okay, this one. So if you have book, just you mark it. Okay, a ratio is a fraction. You see 6:1, this is a ratio. Okay, 72:114, this is a ratio. 12:19, this one is also a ratio. So what is ratio? Of two quantities of the same kind. You keep in your mind, both will be in same kind. You see months. If it is year, if it is month, it is not possible to do ratio. At first, what's your duty? You have to convert into same kind. Is it clear? Of two quantities of the same kind, one is how many times or parts compared to the other can be expressed by fraction. This fraction is called ratio of quantities. And since both are same, you see month it will be cancelled, so there is no ratio, unit of ratio. Have you understood? Okay, next you have to learn equivalent ratio. What is equivalent ratio? Okay, so you see page number 48, in first line it is given what is equivalent ratio. The value of ratio remains unchanged when its antecedent and subsequent are multiplied or divided by any number except 0. Such ratios are called equivalent ratio. Okay, here two words, antecedent and subsequent. The first come, what is antecedent, what is subsequent? Do you know? In a ratio, the first number is called antecedent and the second one is called subsequent. Have you understood? In a ratio, the first one is called antecedent and the second one is called subsequent. So what is equivalent ratio? If you multiply the antecedent and subsequent by the same number, or if you divide the antecedent and subsequent by the same number except 0. You can't divide by 0, you know the division is not allowed by 0. So except 0, you will get a new fraction, new ratio, that is called equivalent ratio. So here 2:5, that is the equivalent ratio of 4:10. Okay, have you understood what is equivalent ratio? Okay, next come page number 50. Page number 50, open page number 50, you see simple ratio. Okay, simple ratio. What is simple ratio? The ratio of two quantities is called simple ratio. If there are two quantities in a ratio, then it is called simple ratio. Okay, what I have told, just suppose that first equivalent ratio I have told. The example of ratio, if I see example of ratio 4:5. Okay, this one called antecedent. What is called antecedent? And this one called subsequent. Okay, and if there are only two quantities in a ratio, you see there are how many quantities? 4 and 5, only two quantities. So it is called simple ratio. Okay, simple ratio. If there are only two quantities, then it is called simple ratio. And the first quantity of a ratio is called antecedent, and second one is called subsequent. And if suppose that 4:5 is a ratio, if you multiply it by the same number, you know ratio is a fraction, so you can multiply it by 2, it will be 8 by 10 equals to 8:10. Then it will be, this one will be an equivalent ratio of 4:5, and equivalent ratio of 4:5. Have you understood? I think understand. Okay, then come ratio of less inequality. Ratio of less inequality. Okay, so if the antecedent, I mean if I write here an example 4:5, you see this one is antecedent. If the antecedent is smaller, then it is called the ratio of less inequality. If the antecedent is smaller, okay, if the antecedent is smaller, then it is called, okay, the antecedent is smaller than subsequent, then it is called ratio of less inequality. Okay, next come ratio of greater inequality. What will be ratio of greater ratio of greater inequality? What will you call the ratio of greater inequality? If the antecedent is greater than, suppose that if I write 5:4, okay, if the antecedent, you see here 5 is antecedent, that is greater, am I right? That is greater. So what have you understand? If the antecedent is greater than subsequent, then it is called ratio of greater inequality. Is it clear? Like that as improper fraction, but in improper fraction there may be same, but in ratio of greater inequality never be same. First one, I mean antecedent must be greater than subsequent. Have you understood what is ratio of greater inequality? Okay, next come unit ratio. Okay. Okay, unit ratio. What will be unit ratio? If the antecedent and subsequent both are same or equal, suppose that if I write 4:4, you see antecedent subsequent both are same, antecedent and subsequent both are equal. Okay, antecedent and subsequent. Okay, this one is antecedent and this one is subsequent. Okay, subsequent are equal. That is called unit ratio. Have you understood what is unit ratio? If the antecedent and subsequent of a simple ratio are equal, then it is called unit ratio. Okay, then come inverse ratio. Inverse ratio, if you change the antecedent into subsequent and the subsequent into antecedent, then it is called inverse ratio. Suppose that if I write an example of 4:5, this is a ratio. So if I convert it into 5:4, then it is called inverse ratio. That means the ratio which is formed by interchanging antecedent and subsequent. You see, I have interchanged. Just 5 was in here, 5 was subsequent, but here 5 is antecedent. Here 4 was antecedent, but here 4 is subsequent. Have you understood? So by interchanging, if you write a ratio, then it is called inverse ratio. Okay, next come mixed or compound ratio. Mixed or compound ratios. Okay, so mixed and compound ratio, what if I write 2 or 3 examples of a ratio, 2:3, 4:5, okay, are 2 examples of simple ratio. Now what will be mixed ratio? Mixed and compound ratio will be, you have to multiply the antecedent together and you have to multiply the subsequent together. I mean 2 into 4 is to 3 into 5. You will get a new ratio. Am I right? Equals to 8:15. So this is the compound or mixed ratio. Mixed or compound ratio. Have you understood? Okay. What have we learned? Now see from your book. Okay. You see, first we taught you simple. We learned simple ratio. The ratio of 2 quantities is called simple ratio. The first quantity of simple ratio is called antecedent and the second quantity is called subsequent. Okay. Mark it. And then we learned ratio of less inequality. You mark it. If the antecedent is smaller than subsequent of a simple ratio, the ratio is called the ratio of less inequality. Okay. Then mark it. Ratio of greater inequality. If the antecedent is greater than subsequent of a simple ratio, it is called ratio of greater inequality. Okay, mark it. And then unit ratio, mark it. The ratio in which the antecedent and the subsequent are equal is called unit ratio. You can mark it. Then come in inverse ratio, the ratio formed by interchanging the antecedent and subsequent of a simple ratio is called inverse ratio. So you have to mark it. And mixed or compound ratio. Okay, don't send sticker. If you send unnecessary message or sticker, then you will be blocked. Have you understood, my dear students of class 6? If anybody send unnecessary sticker or message, then you will be blocked by our authority very soon. Okay, mixed or compound ratio. The ratio obtained by whose antecedent and subsequent are formed by the products of antecedents and subsequent of more than one simple ratio is called mixed or compound ratio. Have you understood? So you have to mark it. Okay. Okay. Now we will solve maths one by one. Now I am going to solve the exercise from 2.1. You see in 2.1 what is written: express the following pairs of numbers as the ratio of first and second quantity. তাহলে this one is first quantity, this one is second quantity. তাহলে the ratio will be what? 25:35. Then you may convert it into reduced form. Okay, so you see exercise 2.1 1a 25 and 35. Here the first quantity the second quantity equals to 35. So the ratio equal 25:35. So you may write it as a fraction. It will be what? 25/35. Now you can divide it by the same number, I mean cut it by 5, because both are multiples of 5. So if I cut it 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 7s are 35. It will be 5/7 equals to 5:7. Answer 5:7. Have you understood? And if it is fraction, then what's your duty? At first, this is mixed fraction, so at first you have to convert it into improper fraction. Okay, then you will solve. Okay, see B number. I'm going to solve B number. 7 whole 1/3 and 9 whole 2/5. Okay, here the first quantity equal 7 whole 1/3. The it will be what? 7 3s are 21 and 1 22/3. And the second quantity equals to 9 whole 2/5. Okay, so it will be what? 5 9s are 45. 45 and 2 46 47 by 5. Okay, have you understood? 5 9s are 45 plus 2 47 by 5. So the ratio equal 22/3:47/5. So you know a ratio is a fraction, so that means it's work as like as divide. So if I write it in multiplication, then it will be reverse, I mean 5/47. Now you multiply, there is no possibility to cut, so you have to multiply. Okay, 5 2s are 10s, there will be 1, 5 2s are 10 and 1 11 by 3 7s are 21 1, there will be 2, 4 3s are 12 13 14. That means 110:141. This is answer. Have you understood? My dear students of class 6, have any problem, or can you hear everything and see? Okay. Now I am going to show in different units. If the units are not same, what I have told, you have to convert the unit into same. Suppose that D number. Okay, you see taka 2 and 40 paisa, because you see C D all are same in different unit, so you have to convert it into same unit, either month or year. You have to convert it either kg or gram. If you convert it into gram, it will be better. If you convert into month, it will be better. Okay, here taka and paisa, so I have to convert the taka into paisa. Okay, so now see here the first quantity equals to taka 2 equals to 2 into 100 paisa equals to 200 paisa, because of you know 1 taka equals to 100 paisa. Am I right? Okay. And the second quantity, equals to 40 paisa. Now you see both are in the same unit, so you can write as a ratio. So the ratio equals to 200:40. Now 200 by 40, you may cut it 45. There will be 1 equals to 5 by 1 equals to 5:1. Answer 5:1. Have you understood? Okay. Now you see, simplify the following ratios. That means just you will convert into lowest form. Okay. Just you will convert it into lowest form. 2 number, you see 2a, what is given? 9:12. 9:12. So you can write it as a fraction at first. You see, I can write it 9 by 12. Am I right? So 9 by 12. Now you cut it. 3 3s are 9. 3 4s are 12 equals to 3 by 4. So the result is 3:4. Have you understood? Okay. Now I am going to solve last one, D number. D number, what is written? You see 65:26. 65:26. Okay. So you can write it as a fraction. Now you can cut it by 13, because of 13 5s are 65, 13 2s are 26. There will be 5 and there will be 2. So the result will be 5:2. Have you understood? You see, okay, my dear students, next I am going to solve 3 number. You see, fill in the gaps of the following equivalent ratios. Okay, you know equivalent ratios, I have discussed already. Now I am going to solve. Three number, 3a, 2:3 equals to 8:2 box. Okay, you see 4 2s are 8, that will be 4 3s are 12, you know, but how have you solved it? Or 2:3, we can write 2 by 3 equals to 8 by box. Or now cross multiply, 2 into box equals to 8 into 3. Or 2 into box equals to 3 8s are what? 24. Or box equals to 24 by 2. Okay, now you cut it, it will be what? 12. So what will be the result? 12. Have you understood? Okay. Now I am going to solve last one, D number. D number, box S/9 equals to 63:81. Okay. or you can write box by 9 63 by 81. Okay, or now you can cross multiply box into 81 equals to 63 into 9. Am I right? Or box equals to what? 63 into 9 by 81. Now cut it. 9 9 is 81 and 9 7 is 63. Or box equals to 7. Answer 7. Okay, like that you will solve, find equivalent ratios. You will calculate it from here. You will fill up the gaps. Okay, like is 4 and 5 will be your homework. Now I am going to solve from 6a number. Okay, students of class 6, have you understood everything properly? I think yes. Okay, now I am going to solve 6a. Express the following simple ratios into mixed ratio. You see how is it possible by us? What is written here? Express the following simple ratios into mixed ratios. 6a. 3:5, 5:7, and 7:9. Okay, so if you want to convert into mixed ratio, what's your duty? First you have to find the product of antecedent and find the product of subsequent, then you will form a new ratio. Okay, here the product of antecedent what you see here, 3 5 7, 3 into 5 into 7. Okay, now you will multiply it. What will be the result? Can you tell me what will be the result if I multiply it? 3 5 7 is 35, 35 into 3, 3 5 is 15, 1 3 3 is 9 and 1 10. Am I right? 105. And tell me what is the product of subsequent. Who can say first? I want to see the product of subsequent 5 into 7 into that is the product of antecedent. I have asked what is the product of subsequent. 5 7 9. Okay, so it will be 315. Am I right? 5 7 is 35, 35 into 9, 9 5 is 45. There will be 5 4 3 9 is 27 and 4 31. 315. Am I right? Very good, my dear students. So the mixed ratio equals to what? 105:315. This is answer. If you think, you may convert it into also simple lowest form. Okay, so how is it possible to convert lowest form? You see, if I write here as a fraction, you may cut it. You see common 5 7 3, so you can cut it by 105. Am I right? It will be 1 and it will be 3. So 1 by 3 equals to 1:3. You can write both the answer. You can write 105:315 or 1:3 as you wish. Okay, because it is not written here to convert into lowest form. So if you do, it will be better. If you can't, then no problem. Okay, so now I am going to write 7 number, my dear students of class 6. 7 number. Express the ratio 9:16 as inverse ratio. Given the ratio is 9:16. So you know how the inverse ratio is formed. You know very well, by interchanging antecedent and subsequent, the inverse ratio be formed. So the inverse ratio of 9:16 is 16:9. Answer 16:9. Okay, my dear students, so today that's all. Now I am giving you SW. You may write your diary. What will be your SW? You see, from exercise 2.1, 1C, 2C, 3B, 4 and 5. Okay, 4 and 5 and 6B. Have you understood? This will be your homework. You have to solve it at home. Okay, very good. And that's all today. I'll come back again tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So I think you have to stay with me. By staying at home, you can be safe and you can save to others. Okay, so stay home, stay safe. To keep yourself safe. Allah Hafiz. See you in next class. So see you again tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.